You are listening to The Vocal Technologist. Spoken tech for your ears.
Welcome back. Keeping up with cybersecurity news, it feels relentless, doesn't it? New threats, new vulnerabilities, it's a lot.
It really is almost dizzying. And today, we want to kind of cut through that noise.
Exactly. Pinpoint what actually matters, what you need to know to stay informed, maybe even a little bit ahead.
And it's not just about what happened, but understanding why it matters, the real-world impact.
Okay, let's start with artificial intelligence. It's everywhere. Amazing tool, but also a bit scary on the security front.
Definitely a double-edged sword. We're trusting it maybe more than we should without fully realizing the risks.
You mentioned vibe coding. What's that about?
Yeah, it's this trend where developers use AI tools like GitHub Copilot to generate a lot of code based on, well, a vibe or a general idea.
Okay.
But it's risky. There was this case, a startup founder, they accidentally wiped their entire production database using an AI assistant in Riplet.
Oh, wow. Seriously?
Yeah. And research backs this up. Something like 45% of AI-generated code has major security flaws. Things like, hard-coded secrets, weak access controls, stuff you'd fail a basic security review for.
So, using AI code without a thorough human check is just asking for trouble.
Pretty much.
And then you've got AI summarizers being weaponized. How does that even work?
Right. It sounds benign, but attackers are clever. They use these prompt overdose attacks.
Prompt overdose.
Yeah. They hide malicious instructions, often using CSS tricks inside text you want summarized. It overwhelms the AI's context window and tricks it into outputting harmful step-by-step guides, exploiting the user's trust in the AI summary.
That's snaky.
And it gets worse with developer tools. Take Cursor, the AI code editor. It has about 1 million users.
Okay.
Its workspace trust feature, which should block malicious code, is actually disabled by default.
Disabled. Why?
Good question. But it means just opening a dodgy project folder could let attackers run arbitrary code on your machine. Big supply chain risk.
Yikes. But AI isn't just creating problems, right? It's helping on the defense side, too.
Oh, absolutely. There are tools like Aegis AI using specialized AI. I think custom-built LMs specifically trained to detect sophisticated email threats, like reasoning agents for security.
Okay, that's promising.
And even for consumers, Google's putting C2PA content credentials in the Pixel 10 camera and Google Photos.
C2PA.
It basically embeds a digital signature in images to prove they're authentic or show if they've been edited. Helps fight fakes and deepfakes,
Okay, interesting. So, shifting gears a bit.
Yeah.
Let's talk about vulnerabilities in places we might not expect, like our cars.
Yeah, it's becoming a real concern. Oligo found some pretty serious flaws in Apple CarPlay.
CarPlay, the thing that connects my phone.
Exactly. Specifically, a vulnerability, CVE 2025-24132, and the AirPlay protocol. It's a stack buffer overflow. Which means remote code execution with root privileges. Someone could potentially control parts of your car system remotely.
While I'm driving.
Potentially, yes. The connection often happens over Bluetooth, and if the pairing isn't secure. Well, and the worrying part is Apple patched it, but many car manufacturers haven't rolled out the fix yet.
That's unsettling. Okay, what about online shopping? The platforms we use every day.
Also a target. Adobe just had to rush out an emergency patch for Adobe Commerce and Magento.
How bad was it?
Critical. A 9.1 CVSS score. It could allow attackers to take over customer accounts, even run code remotely without needing to log in.
Wow. Full control.
Basically, yeah.
Oh.
And alongside that, we're seeing more sophisticated phishing attacks, fake Cloudflare pages, malicious links delivering banking malware like MetaStealer. Always be careful what you click.
Always good advice. And ransomware hasn't gone away, I assume.
Far from it. Unfortunately, no. KillSec ransomware hit Medic Solution, a Brazilian healthcare software company.
Healthcare data.
Yeah, over 34 gigabytes. Patient records, including for minors, stolen from an insecure AWS S3 bucket, just left open.
Awful. So, beyond these hacks, sometimes the issue is trust, right? The companies themselves.
That's a huge part of it. Look at Google. They just got ordered to pay $425 million.
What for?
Misleading users, about 98 million of them, about their web and app activity setting. They said turning it off stopped tracking, but they kept collecting data through Firebase Analytics.
So they weren't exactly upfront.
Internal messages apparently showed they were intentionally vague, didn't want to alarm people.
And it's not just Google, is it?
No. Meta's facing a lawsuit from its former WhatsApp security chief. Allegations that the company knew about major privacy flaws, ignored them, and gave over 1,500 engineers way too much access to user data.
A pattern, maybe?
It raises serious questions about internal controls at these huge platforms.
Okay, on a different note, we rarely get a look inside an attacker's actual process. But you mentioned a case.
Yeah, this was fascinating. Huntress, the security company, got this incredibly rare peek. An attacker accidentally installed Huntress's own monitoring agent onto a system they were targeting.
You're kidding. They installed the defense tool?
Yep, total accident. But it let Huntress see everything. Sophisticated stuff, AI tools like Make.com for automating tasks, residential proxies to hide their IP, special anti-detection browsers.
And what were they doing?
Working like 12, 14-hour days, targeting banks, crypto exchanges, highly organized, very professional operation. It's not just kids in basements anymore.
A real wake-up call. So, wrapping this all up, AI advancing like crazy, vulnerabilities popping up in cars and shops, tech giants making privacy missteps. It's a lot to track.
It really underscores the need for constant vigilance. Knowledge is key. The threats evolve so fast, we have to keep learning and thinking critically about the tech we use.
Absolutely. Which leaves us with a final thought for you. With so much of our lives online, how much protection do we expect from companies versus how much homework do we need to do on the tools we bring into our lives? Something to think about. Thanks for joining us on The Vocal Technologist.
Spoken Tech for your ears.